Folks, it's time to recognize reality. It's something that I tried to tell y'all when the season started. Before the season started, ain't nobody beating UConn. Put a fork in it, wrap it in the package, put a bow around it, and pray to the Christmas miracle that anybody has a chance to compete with UConn because what UConn is doing right now is absolutely petrifying. Everybody else, you're playing for second, man. You're playing for second. I said before the season started, UConn's going undefeated. You done messed up. You done messed up. You allowed UConn to come back. Geno Auriemma was about this close to retiring. This close. And then you let him back in the door. You let him back in. South Carolina, you done messed up. Ron, doing that key and peel right there. You done messed up. The Don Staley. You done messed up. Kim Mulkey. You done messed up. All y'all done messed up. You let UConn back in the door. They had not won a championship in 8 years. Geno had seemed to lose touch with whatever was going on. All the top recruits were going to South Carolina. And then UConn beats the ever-loving stuffing out of UCLA in the Final Four, and then finishes it off with their second annihilation of South Carolina last season. And you're like, yo, Sarah Strong's just a freshman. She's the best player on that team. We're going to talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, where we talk facts over feelings. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez. Show hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I know this video is going to trigger a lot of people. South Carolina folks, I know you ain't going to like it. Texas folks, I know you ain't going to like it. LSU folks, I know you ain't going to like it. Although, when it comes to LSU, I've had some things to say about LSU, but LSU has figured this thing out, I believe, and is looking like that team that was beating the crap out of those podunk opponents to start the season. They just very well might be the team that has the chance to compete with UConn. I'm not saying they're going to beat UConn. And I took some shots at LSU. I hated their scheduling. They started off losing to Kentucky and Vandy in conference, and then they went and beat Texas. They went and beat the hell out of Oklahoma. And they just beat Alabama by 40, and they're ranked in the top 25. So, and then they got Texas up this week. So we'll see what happens at Texas. They still got South Carolina and Ole Miss and Tennessee, and I may retract all of this on Wednesday. I mean, there's the possibility, or Thursday, whenever they play, Thursday when they play against Texas. I may retract it all, but realistically, UConn ain't losing the game. And before anyone says that UConn ain't played nobody, let's take a look at what UConn's done. It's not about if you played somebody or don't play nobody or whatever you want to talk about somebody. But this is what UConn has done this season, people. Let's take some look-sees. All right. They beat Louisville to start the year by 13. If you watched that game, people, you saw what happened. They beat the shit out of them girls. That game wasn't close. They beat Florida State by 32. Loyola, they beat Ohio State by 32. Just so you know, Ohio State is right now sitting at 20-3. and ranked 11th. 20-3 and ranked 11th. They weren't ranked when they played UConn. They're 20-3. They lost by 7 to UCLA and they lost by 21 to Iowa recently. They've beaten Maryland. They've beaten TCU with Olivia Miles. They've beaten West Virginia, ranked team. They lost by 32 to UConn. 32. They beat Michigan. The only close game they've had all year was Michigan. And Michigan was ranked 6th in the country. Michigan, Silas Swords went off. Silas Swords had me thinking she was Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's how good she was. And she ain't even their leading scorer. She's averaging like 14, under 14 a game. So she is not having the season that I thought she was en route to. Their best scorer is Olivia Olson, who's averaging 18 and a half a game. But Silas Swords had you thinking she was about to be Caitlin Clark the way she looked against UConn, which obviously now I have to say, because of that, I have to now, truthfully put out there that, I lost my goddamn mind. I lost my damn mind. And clearly Swords in that game had the best game of her life. She's a good player, but she ain't sniffed a game like that. She put it this way. Silas Swords had 29 in that game. She was 8 of 14 from 3. She has not had 20 in any other game this season. So that was the definition of an outlier. If they played Michigan tomorrow, they would probably beat the ever-loving shit out of them. And they're still ranked 9th, and they're 19-3, and their only other losses were by 12 to Washington and 3 to Vanderbilt. So they are a legitimate squad. They're legit. But if they played again, they'd lose by 30. Then you go look at this. Utah by 52. Xavier, but I'm losing. I forgot how to do math at this point. We're talking about 65. South Florida 34. DePaul 67. 67? KK Arnold played 15 minutes. Sarah Williams played 17 minutes. Sarah Strong played 17 minutes at 20. Ashley Zay played 20 minutes. Fudhead played 21, 16 points. Kaylee Heckel was balling. She had 16. She played 25 minutes. She was 7 of 8. I mean, this is what you're supposed to do when you're beating people by 60. Unlike the shit that USC was doing last year with Juju Watkins, right? They beat USC by 28. Oh, boy, by 28. 28. USC ain't that damn good, by the way. I said that already. Beat the hell out of USC. They beat the brakes off them. All right, so let's continue. Marquette by 26. They beat Iowa into a pulp by 26. Butler by 47. Providence by 47. Seton Hall by 36. St. John's by 50. Is that 55 or 45? 45. 45. Creighton by 41. Villanova by 49. Notre Dame by 38. Damn, man. This shit is unfair. This is unfair. This is and this was Geno wanted to make a point right here. Fudd played 37 minutes in this game. What was he doing? The hell was he thinking? He played her 37 minutes in this game? God. Wow. 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 I mean, wow. You played her 37 minutes, bro, in that game. Where is the quarter by quarter? I'm trying to see what what the score was each quarter, bro. This is freaking nuts. They were up 26 going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, he wanted to beat up Notre Dame, man. That was personal. That was personal. He wanted to drop kick their asses. Jesus Lord. 38. He beat Notre Dame by 38. Like that's crazy. Georgetown by 41, Seton Hall by 40, Xavier by dude, I'm trying to learn how to count again. 58. And they just beat Tennessee today by 30. Tennessee's ranked number 15. So you got a 15th ranked Tennessee team that you just beat by 30. You got an Iowa team that's ranked 11th, you beat by 26. You got a USC team that was ranked that you beat by 28. You got a Michigan team that you beat. You got an Ohio State team that's 20-3 right now that you beat by 32. You beat Louisville. What's that? Let's take a look at what the records of these teams are. Like seriously, because this is next level craziness, people. Like there's a certain level of craziness that you got going on here, where you got teams. I mean, just let's look at Louisville's 21-3. By the way, Louisville's 21-3, and they're ranked 7th. They're not 20th. They're 7th. They're 7th. So they've got wins over how many top 10 teams? Bro, Louisville's only losses were by 10 to Kentucky and by 2 to South Carolina and by 13 to UConn. Again, they were down 20 in the first half, getting crushed. They've beaten North Carolina. They've beaten Tennessee. They've beaten Notre Dame. They're doing work, people. That's a good Louisville team, bro. That's a good Louisville team. Utah's 15-7. Like they have beaten a bunch of teams that are good. Like anyone, you kind of thought their schedule might be soft, but it really isn't. Iowa's overperformed in my opinion. But I mean, Notre Dame is still Notre Dame. They still got one of the best players in the country, Hannah Hidalgo. But you're beating top 15 teams by 30. By 30. And the rest of their schedule, the rest of their schedule sucks. It does. It does suck, but bruh. Villanova's 17-5. Villanova is 17-5. Seton Hall is 15-7. Marquette is 15-7. These aren't like doorstop like teams, man. It's one thing. It's one thing to let me pull this out here. It's one thing to sit here and say, they're not elite, but you're not playing the deaf and the blind. I mean, Villanova, you beat by 49, and they're freaking 17-5. They're 17-5. Now they do have some weird losses. They lost to Fairfield and Princeton, and Marquette and UConn and St. John's. But they do have a win over a ranked West Virginia. They're 17-5. Seton Hall is 15-7. You beat them by 40. Marquette, have they played Marquette yet? They play Marquette in a couple of weeks. They have not played Marquette yet. They've beaten Seton Hall twice by 36 and by 40. St. John's, have they played them yet? They beat them by 45. St. John's is 17-7, folks. This shit is crazy, dude. They're destroying people. Like, they're destroying people. They're being led by Sarah Strong, who's averaging 19-8. Fudd's averaging 16.7. Ashley, I mean, and again, Quinones is averaging Bianca Quinones is averaging 10.7. Think about this. Sarah Williams, who averaged 19 a game last year at Wisconsin, is averaging 7.4 points per game and 4.9 rebounds. Sarah Williams last year was averaging 19 and 10. She came over to UConn to just be on the team. I'm on the team, I guess. This is disgusting. Strong is shooting 60%, 92% from the line, 39 from three. Fudd's at 97%. Fuck. 97% from the line? How many free throws has this girl shot? I gotta look now. AZ Fudd is 33 of 34 from the free throw line. She don't take a lot of them, but god darn, she don't miss them either. Oh, God. What is now, mind you, I don't think AZ Fudd should be the number one pick in the draft. I think that's preposterous. But let's. What about Sarah Strong? How many has she taken? Because this must be nuts. She is 45 of 49 from the free throw line. God dog, she is killing it. Like, I knew how good this team was. This team was gonna be disgusting. And then this girl, Ali Zeibel, just busted off 30 on somebody. She just busted off 30, right? She had 34 against Xavier. Went 10 for 14 from three. Like, understand, they are pulling people off. They got a girl averaging 7.5 points a game that had 34 in a game. I mean, that's just how good these women are. This team is. I mean, come on. KK Arnold's averaging 7. Zeibel 7.5. Shea 7.5. Heckle's averaging 6.8. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players averaging between 6.8 and 7.5 points per game. Geno Auriemma was a starter last year. I don't even know if she's starting anymore, to be honest. I'm being serious. I don't even know if she's starting anymore. She's probably coming off the bench. I've watched them play a few times. I haven't seen them of late recently. I don't have to. I already knew what was going to happen. This team is too good. This team is next level shit right here. They're killing people. They're killing people. This is criminal. They shoot 39% from three as a team. God almighty. Lord have mercy. Like, if you had any thoughts about this squad, bro, they're gonna win every one of these games by 30 or more. They're gonna win. So they're gonna have played this year. They're gonna go obviously 23-0. I said they go undefeated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're gonna go 31-0. And then they're gonna win their conference tournament and beat the tar off everybody and be throwing 35-0 going into the tournament. And they're gonna go 41. They're gonna go 41-0 this year. So I think they'll have 4 games in their conference tournament. If they have 3, then they'll go 40-0. Because they're gonna win 6 in a row in the tournament. The only game that they've played that's been close all year was Michigan. And that was because Silas Swartz had the game of her freaking life. They have not played a double digit. They've only every game they've won is by double digits, except for this. Forget double digits. Besides the Michigan and the Louisville game, they've beaten everybody by at least 30. I'm sorry, at least 26. They've beaten everybody by at least 26 outside of 2 games. This is next level domination. They're going to run Texas off the floor. They're going to run South Carolina off the floor. The only team that might be able to run with this team is LSU. And I will hold off that until I see what happens next week. Well, this week and next week. Because they seem to have figured something out. And they can score at a high clip. when they're in a track meet type of game. But think about this. You think, like, how many minutes? Villanova, they won by 49. They didn't have a starter play more than 29 minutes. I mean, they're not playing deep into games typically. If they got to keep their starters out there, like, good luck, bro. Good luck. You're gonna get smoked. Like, this is a foregone conclusion. UConn's going undefeated, and they may not play a game under 20 in the tournament. It's that simple. You done fucked up. You done messed up, A. Ron. You done messed up, Don Staley. You done messed up, Kim Mulkey. You messed up. You let UConn back in the building. You let her back in the. You let him back in the building. You let Geno back in. You gave him his manhood back, to where he's like, oh yeah, I can do this again, bro. I remember after that Louisville game, I watched that game. That was the first game of the year. I watched that game, and he said, not even upset. Like, old school Geno would have been screaming his ass off, blowing the damn 25-point lead, and only winning by 13. They were chilling in the fourth quarter. They looked terrible in the fourth quarter of that game. They were chilling. Old school Geno would have been screaming his ass off. Current Geno, I'm in my late 60s or whatever he is right now, early 70s. I don't know how old Geno is right now. How old is Geno Auriemma? So I thought he might retire. He's 71 years old. You know, this new version of Geno's like, nah, man, I'm old, man. Like, we handling business. If it wasn't for that Michigan game, realistically, like, you wouldn't even think this team could be touched. Because other than that Michigan game, they have scored at least 79 points in every game. They've only got one game besides that Michigan game under, I mean, Louisville and USC. And he was chilling. He was chilling. But you messed up. You let him back in the building, man. And he got his manhood back. He feeling like he got a big old damn erection right now. Like, I'm gonna kill y'all motherfuckers. That's what he said. I'm gonna kill y'all. I'm ready to beat. I'm ready to run off 8 more championships. I'm ready to coach till I'm 80 now. You done gave me my freaking manhood back. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling the blood flow. And we ready to fuck you up. That's what Geno Auriemma is saying right now. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, man. Are y'all afraid of this version? Y'all should be scared, because I think this man's about to take over women's basketball again in college. I think he's legit about to take over college women's basketball. I said it already. Sarah Strong is going to win 4 championships at UConn, and everyone's going to forget about Mrs. Brianna Stewart. Everybody's going to forget about her, because Sarah Strong was the best player last year as a freshman. Brianna Stewart was not the best player as a freshman on her team. She was not. And everybody knows it. She was not the best player on that team. She won MOP of the Final Four. She wasn't the best player. Her teammate was the National Player of the Year. Sarah Strong was the best player in the country last year. But everyone wants to jump on the Paige Becker's train. I understand. I get it. But the best player in the country was Sarah Strong. She was the best player on that team, period. And she's going to be the best player on the team this year and next year and the year after. So you already know that they're going to have more people coming in. They're going to want to play with Sarah Strong. You woke up the sleeping giant, and they're going to crush y'all again. And y'all about to make women's college basketball boring again. Make women's college basketball boring again, because we already know in a foregone conclusion that UConn is going to win the next 3 championships. They will win 4 straight rings. This man is ready to go win 8 more rings before he's 80 years old. I tell you, y'all done messed up. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. All right, come on now, the podcast. Come on now.